Yeah, good morning, Mark and Nikel. That's right. I was here whenever Chud the Builder, Dalton Etherly, was walked into that courtroom. Now, today's hearing is expected to focus on whether Etherly will continue to be jailed under that estimated $1.25 million bond, or if a judge could change those conditions. Now, investigators do say that Etherly, known online as Chud the Builder, was involved in a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse here last Wednesday. Authorities say both Etherly and another man were shot during this incident and taken for medical treatment. Now, court records do show that Etherly had been at the courthouse earlier that day for a separate civil debt appearance. Etherly is now charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. Now, at his first court appearance last week, a judge cited the seriousness of these charges, public safety concerns, and the fact that the shooting happened outside a courthouse when setting that temporary bond amount. Now, court records do show that Etherly has pending cases in both Montgomery and Davidson counties, and at today's hearing, we're expecting to hear more about both those cases as that bond amount is set. We're going to keep you
pending cases, meaning let's listen to the cliff notes. Breaking from a source at the bond hearing for Dalton Earthly, aka Chud the Builder, that was out to recess not too long ago. Quick cliff notes. There were 7 shots fired. Not sure if it was 3 or 4 that went into Fox. The search of his vehicle found plane tickets to Turkey, then Rome. All happened in a courtroom, looked like within 10 yards area from all the altercation. Fox was at the court complex for a court case. So he was not up there to track down Chud the Builder, as many of the grifters online have been spreading misinformation saying, here are these screenshots. He was stalking Chud. He followed Chud up there. That was not the case. He was up there for a child support case. No audio is available at the moment. So all of that talk about, we interviewed 100 people that were watching. They heard this. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Dalton had a camera and a selfie stick, so still believe there is a live stream that investigators haven't gotten yet. Another takeaway, Dalton walked around after the initial discussion, still filming, walked by Fox again, and Fox got up. He didn't tell the police, I walked away, I came back, I messed with him again. No, you said, hey, have a good day, and God bless you, and you went about your way. That wasn't said. They say they got about 12 different angles, so he's cooked. Dalton walked around after the initial discussion, still filming, walked by Fox again. Fox got up, verbal interaction. Chud switched the selfie stick hand, reached into his right, we switched hands, reached into his right pocket in a very clear bladed stance, like a fucking cowboy with one hand in his pocket before anything physical. So you holding your camera, but you ready to kill a nigga. If you in fear for your life, put the camera down. My mama, that shit crazy.
She reports that so far they have heard from multiple witnesses. And according to an investigator, courthouse security cameras captured that incident roughly from 12 different camera angles. Now, so far, a ruling has not been made, but Maggie is following that for us.
12 different camera angles. Chud. Do you realize that while you were out expressing your freedom of speech, there's one freedom that you did not exercise when talking to the police and the paramedics? You didn't exercise your right to shut the fuck up. You have the right to remain silent, buddy. You didn't exercise your right to shut the fuck up. Let me see.
Hey, man. Say, man. You already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Drip Damone Jr. Kicking it in the Player Circle podcast, where we don't force nothing. If it don't fit, it don't sit. No squares in the circle. Hey, man. Today, man. Run that. No squares in the circle. Nah, we don't do that. Player Circle stamp. Yeah, you knew that. Drip Damone Jr. Bring the groove back. Talk slick, play it cool. Let the truth snap. Circle tight. Game right. Bay talk. All night. Stay sharp. Move clean. No squares on the team. Player Circle. Tap in. Yeah, that I mean. Talk light. Go dumb. Light on me.
Hey, man, say, man, you already know what I'm going to say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Drip Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast. We don't try to fit a square into a circle. And, hey, man, today, man, we got an update on old Chud the Builder, man. Chud the Builder, the AmeriClan going around Tennessee, man, calling innocent blacks the N-word unprovokingly, walking up to them and harassing them while out in public. He was leaving a courthouse. He was leaving a courtroom for a case he was having. He left the courtroom, went to his car, got a firearm, and began walking around on camera doing what it is he does. Gets into an altercation with a gentleman. Gentleman punches him. He pulls out a firearm, shoots himself and the victim. He initially was bail was set at $1.25 million. He just came to court again, and bond was denied again, man. And they kept it at $1.25 million. And they also blocked him from using any of his gifts and go money, you know. So shout out to the great state of Tennessee for doing what they need to see. You feel me? We got that. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer, man, without any further ado, man. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get to the video.
The builder is now back in court today up in Clarksville. A social media personality known as Chud the Builder is now back in court today up in Clarksville.
Dalton Etherly is facing several felony charges after a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse last week. News 2's Maggie Weaver is live this morning with what we can expect to happen in today's bond hearing. And Maggie, you were there for last week's hearing as well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mark and Nikel. That's right. I was here whenever Chud the Builder, Dalton Etherly, was walked into that courtroom. Now, today's hearing is expected to focus on whether Etherly will continue to be jailed under that estimated $1.25 million bond, or if a judge could change those conditions. Now, investigators do say that Etherly, known online as Chud the Builder, was involved in a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse here last Wednesday. Authorities say both Etherly and another man were shot during this incident and taken for medical treatment. Now, court records do show that Etherly had been at the courthouse earlier that day for a separate civil debt appearance. Etherly is now charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. Now, at his first court appearance last week, a judge cited the seriousness of these charges, public safety concerns, and the fact that the shooting happened outside a courthouse when setting that temporary bond amount. Now, court records do show that Etherly has pending cases in both Montgomery and Davidson counties, and at today's hearing, we're expecting to hear more about both those cases as that bond amount is set. We're going to keep you...
Pending cases, meaning that nigga not supposed to have a firearm. That nigga not supposed to have a firearm. Look at this right now. Sashaying motherfucker. Look at this nigga in them little ass pants. He outside the courtroom. The way he pointed let me know everything.
You're outside Chud the Builder's courthouse right now. The fate of the future of white civilization is here.
The fate of the future of white civilization is here in this courtroom. This courthouse wants to take our right to walk up to black people and call them the N-word. And the fate of white civilization rests on their hands. Listen to me, the fate of white civilization.
Builder's courthouse right now. The fate of the future of white civilization is here. Will we allow the court system to weaponize against us, to give us two-tiered treatment, or will we stand up as heritage Americans for Chud the Builder, who's been given a raw deal? He will wait in prison for the next few months until his court case, unless we bond him out. But the problem is, the bond has been set at $1.25 million. It's unprecedented for an attempted murder charge, which was self-defense.
Murder.
This is two-tier justice. We have to stand against it.
Now let me show you guys how he got people to rally around this. Let me just show you guys something. That man right there, let me show you in 2026, everybody who showed up to the courthouse for Chud the Builder, much love for the gift. Everybody who showed up to the courthouse showed up because of this flyer. Free Chud. Stop biased judgment against white Americans. They chimping out. Montgomery County Courthouse. Bring the flags, bring the signs. This sounds like a Klan flag, a Klan calling. Okay, now let's say you guys are just fighting for justice for white Americans. That's cool. Go fight for justice against white Americans. What do the gorillas with the gold chains in the background, what do the gorillas have to do with this? Chud, nah, like the gorillas and the Jordans and shit. What do they have to do with y'all rights? Like, what did black people do to you guys? Because it's not like black people asked you guys to come out and call us niggers. Let's check this out. White leadership in America must show up tomorrow and unite for Chud. Paul Miller, racist. Handsome Truth, racist. Patriot Front, don't know that motherfucker. Nick Fuentes, racist. Amari King, this nigga called the racist Avengers. He called the Ku Klux Avengers. Nigga called for all the Ku Klux Avengers. Bring you, your cameras, and your Ku Klux ass supporters. Come on out here. Let's check this shit. This is a sign in 2026 of a white man with an American flag tied around his neck with a bunch of apes behind him. They don't just see criminals and thugs as these apes. No. Much love to James Thor. Appreciate the flow, my good brother. They don't just see criminals and thugs like that. They see all of you like that. Your little children, the doctors, the lawyers, the judges, the people who play for the sports teams that they like. They see us all like this. 1.6 thousand people saw this and was like, oh, I love this. 439 people said, hell yeah. Share this shit, yeah. That's how they feel. That shit crazy. You know, like, but you don't see us putting up posters of y'all touching babies and shit. Like, we don't go put up the posters of y'all touching kids and shit like that. Like, you feel me? That shit crazy, man. It is just the world we motherfucking living in, and it's absolutely diabolical. 2026, that is a poster that we just had to look at. Now, look, this little guy right here, he showed up to the courthouse. That flyer motivated him. Sir, you're an Asian American. What does this have to do with you, sir? Sir. You're an Asian American. Why are you at this courthouse? Why are you there? Did that flyer bring you out? Why, sir? Why? Let's check this shit out. You got your dumb ass put out the courthouse too.
I just got removed from Chud the Builder's court hearing, but I am here to say that it's probably safely a self-defense issue.
You got your ass removed. Why should I trust anything you say to me? You got removed. You couldn't even sit your animalistic ass in a courthouse and let the judicial process move forward because you was in there on some bullshit because your mind is fried from the dopamines in your phone. And you really believe the rhetoric in which you frying your brains with as you scroll, click, like, and listen. You couldn't even sit in the courthouse. You got your stupid ass put out.
The other guy, Joshua Fox, definitely attacked Chud the Builder, and it's going to be a clear-cut case of self-defense. So any holding of him on bail is total bullshit, and he needs to be released.
This shit is crazy. What, bitch? Who made you judge, jury, and prosecutor, bitch? Bitch, you didn't go to law school. Your father probably made you go to doctor school. You didn't go to law school. You had to go be doctor. You doctor? You know doctor? Yeah, his ass in court. Let's see. They had some takeaways from this. Courthouse shooting bond reset at $1 million. Detectives find body armor and ticket to Istanbul. Dalton Arthurlee is charged with shooting Joshua Fox on May 13th outside of a Montgomery County courthouse in Clarksville. Chud the Builder is charged with shooting Joshua Fox in the Millennium Plaza on Wednesday afternoon when several others were miling around the plaza outside the courthouse. He is charged with attempted murder, employing a firearm during a commission of a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, according to his arrest warrant. At the initial hearing on May 15th, Arthurlee's bond was set at $1.25 million. On Thursday, Judge Reed Poland III reset the bond to $1 million. Surveillance cameras documented the shooting. During Thursday's hearing, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office investigators testified that the video surveillance camera documented the confrontation. At about 1:15, Arthurlee approached Fox, who was at court that day for a child support hearing. Arthurlee had a selfie stick in his right hand. After the verbal altercation, Arthurlee walked away. Fox then approached him. Oh, so look, he did say walk away. According to the arrest warrant obtained by Clarksville Now, which is reiterated by investigators on Thursday, Arthurlee then turned his body in a bladed stance and reached for his firearm in his jacket. Therefore, a physical altercation ensued. Now, When someone walks up on you, do you have the right to reach for your gun? No, you don't have the right to brandish a gun and let them know. So, and we know this, you didn't just walk away. We know damn well Chud the Builder didn't walk up to him, have words, and then walk away. We know what you do when you walk away. You yell ooga booga, you make monkey sounds, you slur, you yell N-words. That's what you do when you walk away. If someone can show me him walking away from a black person after an altercation without saying anything, man, I'd like to see that. Earthly told investigators he was not reaching for a gun, but for mace. Investigators did not find any pepper spray on Earthly's bodies in his truck or in his house. Man, Earthly told investigators. That's why I said, y'all so busy worried about your right, your freedom of speech. You want to use your right to call black people the N-word. What about your right to shut the fuck up? That's going to come back to hunt you, buddy. No, I wasn't reaching for my gun. I was reaching for my mace. Well, buddy, you don't have any mace on you, buddy. You don't have any mace in your car. You don't even have any mace in your house, buddy. They said Earthly fired several shots and they found 7 shell casings at the scene, all from the same gun. Fox was shot in his torso and his arm, and paramedics said he has internal bleeding. Fox, who was a Clarksville veteran, was not at court on Thursday. Earthly also suffered a gunshot wound, apparently shooting himself in the arm. Chutter Bob. Now let's see this. Investigators searched Earthly's truck and his home. They found an airline ticket to Istanbul dated for May 22nd departure. He was trying to get up out of there. This nigga was finna do the race. He was finna hit the take. They also found a bulletproof vest, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, and suspected bag of marijuana. They also recovered Earthly's electronic devices for evidence. The nigga is cooked, hey.
You going to jail now? You going to jail now? You going to jail?
You going to jail now? They got your phones. You know you tapped every message you ever sent, all the communications, everything. You are cooked. Y'all should do recap every 15 minutes or so. So everyone's tuning in. What's going on? Y'all need to hire me. What's going on, Kelly? Kelly, pull up to a couple of these, man. You can get on, you feel me? Get on, get you a moderating bat or something. You know what I'm saying? I think Chud should be getting arrested. Tennessee state laws getting punched is not ground for lethal action. You can't provoke a fight, then shoot somebody, fucking weirdo. That's a fact. Let's listen to these bond conditions. Gag order, no guns, GPS monitoring. So they saying, look, you got to shut the fuck up. You can't even talk about this. Don't be online talking about this shit trying to get monetary gain, basically. During the hearing, 2 people were escorted out of the courtroom for disrupting the proceedings. That was Jake Lang and some other young fellow who just did not have any decorum in the courtroom. 2 people were escorted out of the courtroom for disrupting proceedings. 1 person was charged with contempt of court. Earthly's stepfather and his brother spoke at the hearing, telling the judge that Earthly had lived in Clarksville his whole life and had family in the area. He owns a business, DLE Contracting, has no prior convictions, and he is reliable to appear in court, they said. Judge Poland set the bond at $1 million and said if Earthly makes bond, he must wear a GPS monitor. He must relinquish all weapons. You ain't gonna see that nigga outside calling nobody a nigga no more. He must relinquish all weapons and firearms. That mean no mace, no taser, no Brad Knuckles. You gonna have to get you a rape whistle, buddy. Hey, I'm about to send this nigga a whistle. We got your address. I'ma send you a rape whistle. You know what a rape whistle is? For some reason, when I was in the 6th grade, my granny, y'all gonna hear me talk about my granny a lot on this show. I was raised by my grandmother. This is her name tattooed on my throat. When I was little, she used to leave and go to work. She did construction. We lived in Fairfield, California. She worked in San Francisco doing construction. She hung sheetrock. My granny would have to wake up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning, get out the bed by 4, and she'd be out the door by 4:30. I was in the house all alone. I'd have to wake up and get myself ready for school. I had to be out the house by 6 o'clock in the morning so that I can get to the school bus. And it was still dark when I left outside, so my granny, she gave me something so that I could protect myself in the event that someone would kidnap me. She gave me a flashlight and a whistle. And it wasn't until I got earlier, like I thought I was safe as a kid, because I'm like, shit, you know, shine a light at them. That get a rapist to get the fuck away, right? Kidnapper, get the fuck away. I got older, I was like, my granny really gave me a rape whistle. She gave a nigga a motherfucking rape whistle, like a rape whistle to be safe, like a whistle and a flashlight. So maybe I'ma send my nigga Chud the Builder a whistle and a flashlight. They kept me safe. I wouldn't be here. Where would I be today if I didn't have that whistle and that flashlight? You know? I probably would have got kidnapped. But no, I was walking around with my flashlight, shining shit. Every time I heard something move behind me, I was, phew! Yeah, that shit crazy. I got to call Gray and tell him, man, that was actually pretty clever. We gonna get him, he gotta relinquish all his weapons. We gotta get him a rape whistle and a flashlight. And will be under a gag order with no interviews, no social media activities about the incident. The gag order also applies to all witnesses in the case. Your witnesses gotta shut the fuck up. Myron, you keep talking about the witnesses you talk to. Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up too, Myron. You got a gag order, Myron. Shut the fuck up. Myron Gaines, bitch ass, shut the fuck up. Poland also said the passport application process would be stopped and reincited if it has been issued. So yeah, at the closing of the hearing, Earthly was escorted back into Montgomery County Jail with no bond yet posted. A preliminary hearing for May 26th at 9 a.m. for Montgomery Centers is next. Hey, we're gonna be checking that shit out too, y'all. We're gonna be checking that shit out too. Most time these type of pistols are pussy. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a facts of life. Not the facts of law, facts of life. What are the takeaways? Let's get these cliff notes.
Builder is now back in court today.
Oh no, we watched that one. Where is the updates? Here we are. Let's get to the update. Let's get it.
All right, we have the Chud the Builder arrest affidavit. I'm going to explain what happened factually and why Chud is totally screwed legally. I've trained a lot of people.
This is not that. This is the 20th. That's not that. This is the affidavit read. We'll cover that in a second. Damn. Oh, it's because it says Chud. We got to remove that. Look. That Lang motherfucker, he got put out the courthouse. In case everyone missed my post on what actually presented in the courtroom during Dalton Earthly, a.k.a. Chud the Builder bond hearing confirmed, cliff notes of the hearing. We're going to check that out. It looks like people like Jake Lang, who was escorted out in handcuffs, and his goofball racist minions are spreading misinformation, getting amplified by ignorant clickbait influencers like Myron Gaines. So look, like we just heard the little guy in the beginning. We just heard him. They're wrongly prosecuting him. This is totally, they're going out and spreading misinformation. They didn't even get to sit in the court long enough to hear everything because they don't know how to behave. They're bloody animals. Let's listen to the cliff notes. Breaking from a source at the bond hearing for Dalton Earthly, a.k.a. Chud the Builder, that was out to recess not too long ago. Quick cliff notes. There were 7 shots fired. Not sure if it was 3 or 4 that went into Fox. The search of his vehicle found plane tickets to Turkey, then Rome. All happened in a courtroom, looked like within 10 yards area from all the altercation. Fox was at the court complex for a court case. So he was not up there to track down Chud the Builder, as many of the grifters online have been spreading misinformation saying, here are these screenshots. He was stalking Chud. He followed Chud up there. That was not the case. He was up there for a child support case. No audio is available at the moment. So all of that talk about, we interviewed 100 people that were watching. They heard this. Cut the cap. Dalton had a camera and a selfie stick, so still believe there is a live stream that investigators haven't gotten yet. Another takeaway, Dalton walked around after the initial discussion, still filming, walked by Fox again, and Fox got up. He didn't tell the police, I walked away, I came back, I messed with him again. No, you said, hey, have a good day, and God bless you, and you went about your way. That wasn't said. They said they got about 12 different angles, so he's cooked. Dalton walked around after the initial discussion, still filming, walked by Fox again, Fox got up, verbal interaction. Chud switched the selfie stick hand, reached into his right, we switched hands, reached into his right pocket, in a very clear bladed stance, like a fucking cowboy with one hand in his pocket before anything physical. So you holding your camera, but you ready to kill a nigga. If you in fear for your life, put the camera down. On key. The camera down. On key. My mama, that shit crazy. Not gonna lie, diabolical fucking work. This motherfucker, they was all down there chimping out. They were down there chimping out.
And why Chud
They were
is
down there chimping out.
All right, we have the Chud the Builder arrest affidavit. I'm going to explain what happened factually and why Chud is totally screwed legally. I've trained a lot of people in self-defense, both in the civilian and military context, and I've litigated this issue several times. This is actually pretty straightforward, okay? We have 3 distinct wrongful acts by Chud the Builder. Number 1, he starts a verbal altercation with a random person on the street, probably using a racial slur. Apparently he was on a stream because he's a scumbag and he likes to do that, right? Number 2, because he started that verbal altercation, he had no right under Tennessee law to use force in self-defense. He lost the privilege to do so unless the victim used deadly force against him, but that never actually happened here, okay? He pulls out a gun and points it at the victim. At that point, it's the victim who has the right to use self-defense, okay? So let me walk you through that again. He starts a verbal altercation. The victim responds with only...
We didn't see anything or hear anything about him pointing the gun at the victim, but if you reach, I teach. Oh, my mama, I don't gotta wait for you to pull your gun and do nothing to me. You reach, I teach. Oh, my mama, if you reach, I teach. That's the rule. You reach, I teach.
Words, not force of any kind. Chud has no right to use self-defense at that point as far as pulling out a weapon. He does so anyways, committing a felony assault, or in some states known as felony menacing. If you point a gun at someone and you don't have a privilege to do so, that's a felony. That's a crime, okay? So that's mistake number 2 by Chud. Then the victim uses self-defense as he's, privileged to do in this situation, and then Chud commits attempted murder. So what you have is this cascading situation where Chud screwed up 3 different times, and he's totally screwed. The guy's going to prison exactly where he belongs.
Yeah, I don't know. The online arguments and debates about this are actually quite insane. That anyone would use their platform. At today's bond hearing, the court maintained a $1.25 million for Dalton Earthley, with prosecutors and judging continuing to emphasize the public safety concerns, given that the shooting occurred in a crowded area courthouse courtyard. Earthley, who appeared in court, faces complex legal battle as prosecutors presented details of his history of public provocation and other active legal matters. Key details from today's proceedings. Bond review factors. The prosecution highlighted Earthley's multiple active legal entanglements. This includes prior harassment case in Montgomery County and a recent arrest in Nashville for disorderly conduct and theft of services. Sources hearing mandate. The state reaffirmed that Earthley attempts to secure a release mandatory source hearing is required. This ensures that any funds utilized for bail, such as crowdfunding or digital revenue, are though thoroughly vetted for legitimacy and compliance with Tennessee state laws. Yeah, man, the guy is cooked. This is from 2025. Dalton Earthley was arrested again today. This guy's a thug. This guy's a crook. Why was he on the streets? Why was this criminal, this animal, why was he allowed on the streets? Dalton Earthley arrested again December 9th, 2025 for allegedly violating his pretrial release terms in Clarksville, Tennessee. Dalton stated that a specific violation for repeatedly tied to refused service at a restaurant, later posted about the incident on social media, leading to the public attention. The video shows he ordered a beer. He stated that the violation was due for him taking a sip before he was removed. He was previously released on specific conditions, including prohibition on carrying weapons and restrictions on travel. So he can't travel and he can't carry weapons. This is in December. That nigga cooked. That nigga cooked. He's cooked.
Is in that courtroom right now, and she reports that so far they have heard from multiple witnesses. And according to an investigator, courthouse security cameras captured that incident roughly from 12 different camera angles. Now, so far, a ruling has not been made, but Maggie is following that for us.
12 different camera angles. Chud. Do you realize that while you were out expressing your freedom of speech, there's one freedom that you did not exercise when talking to the police and the paramedics. You didn't exercise your right to shut the fuck up. You have the right to remain silent, buddy. You didn't exercise your right to shut the fuck up. Let me see. You should have exercised your rights to shut the fuck up. Cause I'm 1000% sure, buddy, that yeah, you was on top of him.
Holy shit.
They're out here.
Somebody got shot.
Yeah.
And they arrested both of them. Look, they was on him. They was holding him down. They thought he was look, they had to go get yeah, man, you cooked.
Yeah.
They got 12 different angles. I'm trying to get okay, y'all want to hear what he had to say. I want to go to the audio. Because the audio is where he cooked himself. Let me see. The audio is where he's cooked. God damn it. The audio is what's about to cook this motherfucker. Him saying what happened was the worst thing he could have ever did. I can't believe. That's what's gonna cook him. You have the right to shut the fuck up. That's what you got the right to do. You got the right to shut the fuck up, and you didn't do that. But you know why you didn't do that? Because of God. God made you run your mouth. You so used to running your mouth. You thought your privilege was gonna get you out of this.
Walked past him, he was sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing, they were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
Where's your weapon at?
They have everything.
What weapon is that right now?
I believe that's it. Is that yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, you guys are gonna do your thing. Okay. He has a graze. I call it a graze to the left arm. He has slight abrasion right here on his head. Maybe some scrapes. Light head in this.
You are cooked. Chud the Builder, you're finished. Chud the Builder, you are finished. You're done. You're cooked. What old Dr.
Let me tell you what I think, Art. I think this is an FBI psychops.
Yeah.
I think this is a experiment by the U.S. government to see how black people will react to overtly violent white racists patrolling our communities. I think this is part of a larger experiment and social agenda that is preparing for a possible martial law or social unrest or civil war to come. Black people need to follow this Chud the Builder case. I'm wondering, Art, if he is a veteran. Do you know if he's a veteran or not? Because most of these crazies, quote unquote crazies, tend to be ex-military cutouts. Do you know if that's the case with him?
Nah, from what I know, he never been in the military.
Okay.
Just a
Even
regular
if he's
European.
not, that don't mean he's not an MK Ultra though. Most of the MK Ultra CIA psyop test dummies are ex-military cutouts, but they don't have to be. But I'm having a hard time believing he's just doing this unless he's mentally ill, Art. He could be mentally ill, right?
Man, don't be giving this nigga no defense. Don't be giving this nigga no defense. The defense, because he shouldn't have been out of jail. He shouldn't have been outside patrolling the streets. He should have been arrested.
But I'm going to follow his case. I think there's more to this Chud the Builder story than we realize. Much more. Remember, the CIA been working on psychological weapons and perfecting mind control since the 1940s. We are...
Man, that nigga ain't nobody got no mind control over Debo.
Thank you so much. Y'all, welcome to the stream. Bruce Rivers, criminal lawyer, thank you so much
for coming on my stream today, man. We have a big topic that I want to talk to you about.
What would that be?
So, I think our favorite streamer, Chud the Builder, he has been charged with attempted murder. The crazy thing about this
Added
is
more charges. Did you hear about that?
there's more charges. What are the more charges?
First degree asshole.
Dang, wait, what's the penalty for that?
Just a lifetime of scorn from everybody else.
Listen, I tweeted out the other day, I said, hey, listen, just put him in general pop for 24 hours and all will be forgiven. I think that would fix this. What do you think? I think that's a good sentence.
Well, here's what's going to happen. He's going to go to prison on this. He's not going to be able to claim self-defense.
Like, I'm so happy I saw that you did a video going over it first, or going over everything. So it's just going to make this a lot easier. So this right here is Chud the Builder. If you guys don't know, he is this racist guy who would just go around calling black people the hard R, trying to get a reaction out of them and provoke them into quote unquote chimping out on him. Like, here's one clip.
You following me to my truck now? We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck. I bet you won't follow me in my truck.
He's such a jerk.
No.
See, the thing is, it's not the use of the N-word that makes me want to punch him in the face, bro. It's the mustache. Like, it's the mustache. Like, I truly, truly believe this would be less racist if he didn't have the mustache. Like, yeah, I think it's the mustache. I don't want to punch you because you said nigger. I want to punch you because you said nigger with that mustache.
Look at him. Ooga booga. Ooh ah ah. Ooh ah ah. Look at these chimping out.
This is the freedom that these Americans are fighting for. They're fighting for the freedom to be able to do this.
931 Steven.
The bleeped out words that you guys are hearing, that's him dropping the hard R. So Bruce, when you see clips like that of him, one big thing a lot of his supporters are saying, like, hey, that is all protected under freedom of speech. Would you say what he was saying there and other clips that you've probably seen and the audience have probably seen, would you say that vocabulary, what he's saying, is protected under freedom of speech?
Let's talk about what freedom of speech is. You have the right to express yourself and to affiliate, under the First Amendment, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's freedom from government intrusion. But they can regulate time, place, and manner of speech. In other words, you can't yell, I just fucked your mother in a crowded theater. Or, fire in a crowded theater. Right?
Yes, sir.
This motherfucker said, you can't yell, I just fucked your mother at a crowded theater. I mean, fire at a theater. If you can't say those, what is making the people from the great mountains of Caucasus believe that going out into public places, finding unsuspecting, unprovoking black Americans, I don't want to say black Americans, I don't want to say African Americans, Americans going out to colored Americans and scream obscenities at them? You just can't do it. You just can't. In your freedom of speech, you have the freedom to say it, but you don't have the freedom of consequences. My good Caucasian.
And so when you race bait, which is what he's doing, and it is not okay. It is not protected speech. It is just, at the very least, it's disorderly conduct. But he incites this, right? And when he incites this, and people respond to it, he doesn't have the ability then to claim self-defense. Because you see in these clips of his, he sits there and says, I will protect myself and I will use lethal force. I mean, he tells you what he's going to do in some of these clips, and it's just that's not the law. I think he thinks he knows the law because maybe he took a concealed carry class from some gun-toting asshole who never made it on the police force, and now they think they're vigilantes. I mean, have you ever seen these guys who teach these concealed carry classes? Have you ever seen these guys? They're awful. But you can't do that. Now, in this case, I don't know that he necessarily incited what happened to him, but his conduct overall did. And this is all started because he didn't want to pay a fucking $400 restaurant bill. That's why he was in court to begin with.
So, I mean, with all of this going on, and it looks to me, and not even just looks to me, but him saying it, it seems like he wanted a situation like this to happen eventually.
Without a doubt. But remember that old phrase, be careful what you wish for?
We got an update. Give me a second. We got an update. I want to go get to this. We can get back to this. Let's go check out this update real quick. Quick update. Quick little. New evidence revealed in Chud the Builder hearing. Chud reached for his weapon before physical altercation. 7 shots were fired. Chud claimed he was reaching for mace, but had no mace on him when arrested. Chud's bond reduced to $1 million. If he can make bond, he has strict conditions, GPS monitoring, surrendering all firearms, a gag order preventing earthly or witnesses from discussing the case on social media or in interviews, and restrictions on travel, including surrender of his passport. Evidence found in Chud's truck and home: body armor, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, suspected marijuana, along with a plane ticket to Istanbul for May 22nd. Another hearing is set for May 26th, and I cannot wait. I, for one, can't wait. People. So that's a lot to unpack. People. It's a lot to unpack. They saying, man, he reached for the gun before anything even went off. Before he got fired on, he was already reaching for his gun. He was trying to eliminate the threat. 7 shots. He was trying to get him up off of him. He said he was reaching for mace. That's what the police in Oakland said when they was trying. They said they was reaching for their taser when they killed Oscar Grant too. R.I.P. Oscar Grant. You feel me? When they killed Oscar Grant, I was reaching for my yellow taser. I thought it was a taser. Your mace is a spray. You were reaching for mace, buddy. You pulled out a firearm and fired 7 times. You're cooked. They found body armor, rifle, ammunition, plane ticket to. He's finna get a barrier. He's finna get to Istanbul on niggas. Boy, I'm to Istanbul. Fuck is you niggas talking about? Back to this lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You just might get it. Well, he got it. And guess what? Where is he now?
He's in prison.
He's receiving clanging door therapy.
I'm going to share this clip now with the audience and you.
Well, they want to threaten your life, you take theirs. You put them on the ground, then you go live on Kick. You say, look at this dumb laying dead on the ground.
Holy shit, bro. Dude,
that's how you go viral. You'll get double the followers you got, I guess.
So he's saying they want to threaten your life, you take theirs, you go live and you say, there's that dead, he dropped a hard R right there. And then he made tweets like this saying, series finale is dead chimp on the pavement and you monkeys rioting when I walk free, stay tuned. So it seems like he knew that either he would end up dying in the situation or he would end up killing somebody with the type of conduct that he's doing. So could these tweets and these things that he's been saying online be used against him in court?
100%. It goes to state of mind. The defense should try to make a motion to exclude it from evidence. But any statement made by a defendant is a statement of a party opponent, and it comes in for almost any purpose. I mean, it's a pretty wide, it just has to be relevant. And you have the state of mind of this asshole, and I'm being as kind as I can to this asshole by using the word asshole. I mean, and so anything he says comes into evidence, especially when it comes to state of mind.
No. I'm finding things as we go along. I didn't know what white racism was. What is white racism?
Guys, I'm not defending Chud the Builder by any means, but how is it legal for them to freeze his give, send, go so he can't use his give, send, go money to post his bail? Like, how is that even legal? And also, 1.25 million is insane when you compare that to the black person that actually killed somebody and got like a $200,000
To the black person? Stop worried about black people, nigga. Focus on your chimp. Focus on your chimp. Focus on your chimp.
Again, not defending Chud, but this does seem a little bit like anti-white racism. You know, it seems like, why is he getting penalized? Like, how is it even legal?
He shot someone. He talking about, why is he being penalized? It seems like reverse white racism. Reverse white racism. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. My mama. Oh, my mama. Shut your bitch ass up. Well, reverse white racism. You motherfuckers going, y'all being oppressed in this country. Ain't that about a bitch? White people being oppressed. Ain't that about a bitch? You know America has lost its way. When white people are being oppressed in this country.
The amount of force he's supposed to use, if he's being attacked, has to be proportional. You can't use an unreasonable amount of force, and you can't be the provocateur.
So that's what a lot of people have been saying, where it's like, let's say the guy who he got in an altercation with attacked him first. I was always under the assumption if, like, let's say somebody like runs up on you and is like trying to fist fight you, you would have like a legal right to, you know, pull out your pistol or whatever.
No. You have a right to punch him in the face, but you don't have the right to just shoot him.
Really? So if somebody runs up on you, like wanting to fight you fist to fist, you can't just pull out your gun?
A 12-year-old came up and did that to you.
A 12-year-old, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would that be okay to just pop him in the head and kill him?
Okay, but let's say let's say a 25-year-old guy is attacking some 60-year-old dude, old, frail. He can't. You know.
Myron, we got Myron, bitch ass. Myron. Oh yeah, Myron. Get your bitch ass in here, Myron. You were on there saying the N-word is just a word, and blacks should have some decorum. They should know how to behave when being called the N-word in public when they're out with their children and their wife, being disrespected by someone with a camera running up on them saying the N-word and making monkey sounds. You, my good friend, my Aladdin friend, my magic carpet riding friend, my green shirt Slurpee selling friend, you said that African Americans need to have some decorum, some class, know how to behave when these insults, these derogatory terms are hurled at them. How are you going to behave if some derogatory terms are hurled at you, Myron?
Talking about haram this, haram that. You're a cop for that. Murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me Murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit. That they would never fucking say to me in person. Ever. Because they know that it would be a warrant to knock them out right then and there. Talking about haram.
You the same person that sat and argued with academics for over an hour that if someone punches you, you can shoot them. So by your own logic, Myron, if you throw that measly fucking punch of yours, someone can open fire at you? Myron, you walk around like the fucking president. You talk crazy like that, but then you walk around like a fucking president. You walk around like this, sir. You look like somebody worried about being punched by you. Does it look like somebody is worried about saying mean things to you when you're in public, sir? You walk around with this. This ain't even a good cop. This ain't even a good cop. Somebody throw a Twinkie in front of him with a string attached to it. You cooked. We gonna draw him right away. Twinkie, string attached to it. Like Cartoon Network. You done. Now you all by yourself with this guy? With the comb over? You and the comb over guy, my little nephew is a fuck y'all up. One's 9 and the other is 5 and the other is 3. My nephew is a fuck you and him up. Run y'all for everything in y'all pockets. This nigga, as he getting led away with a Twinkie on a string. This nigga Myron talk about, I punch you in the face, you wouldn't say it to me. Get your cake ass up, Myron. Cake ass Myron. Myron, you a cake ass nigga, G.
You know, fight with his fist, and he has a weapon on him.
You a cake ass nigga,
Why wouldn't he be?
Hang on, I'm 59. Is that a veiled reference at my weak tit?
Yeah, let's say that. Here, you're 59, I'm 25. Let's say I run up on you, you cut me off in traffic, and I'm trying to fist fight you, and you have a weapon on you, right? Why wouldn't you be able to use your firearm?
Yeah, it's got to be like force with like force. Now, if you
Like
get me on the
TV
ground
in the building.
and you're bashing my head in, kind of like the George Zimmerman, remember that case?
Yeah.
With Trayvon Martin, and bashing my head in, and then I feel like I'm gonna die, or you're gonna give me a concussion or whatever, and I reach in and grab my gun with you on top of me. That's a different scenario. But if it's just us slapping each other in the face, saying "fuck you," you don't have the right to shoot somebody in that situation.
Wow, that's actually new. I did not know
So you
that.
do not have the right to shoot someone,
Hang on,
Myron.
I'm 59. Exactly.
You cut me off in traffic, and I'm trying to fist fight you, and you have a weapon on you, right? Why wouldn't you be able to use your firearm?
Yeah, it's got to be like force with like force. Now, if you get me on the ground and you're bashing my head in, kind of like the George Zimmerman, remember that case?
Yeah.
With Trayvon Martin, and bashing my head in, and then I feel like I'm gonna die, or you're gonna give me a concussion or whatever, and I reach in and grab my gun with you on top of me. That's a different scenario. But if it's just us slapping each other in the face, saying "fuck you," you don't have the right to shoot somebody in that situation.
You don't have the right to shoot
Wow,
somebody.
that's actually new. I did not know that.
You hear that, Myron?
And I think
proportionality is the key.
Proportionality.
Proportionality is the
there's
key,
been no
Myron.
reports that the individual had any weapon on him or anything. And
here's the thing, Chud. I really don't like this guy. I'm just going to go on the record and say I fucking don't like this guy at all. He is a decent-sized guy, and he's put together. I mean, if he's got the wherewithal to fend off an attack in the same manner as that it's being brought, and instead he decides to use lethal force, that's excessive force. Cops have the same situation. Cops can't just shoot you just because. What they're doing has to be reasonable under the circumstances. And what the test is what a reasonable person under the same circumstances would do. And so you're going to get all kinds of different answers from all kinds of different jurors. So that's why some guy, who's a gun-toting member of the NRA will say, I'd shoot the motherfucker. And some housewife from, the suburbs might say,
Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. They declaring war on us, y'all. Wait a minute. Breaking news. The Wahites is declaring war on us. But wait a motherfucking minute. We didn't even do nothing. Monkeys, get ready. White boy summer is coming. White lives matter, free Chud. Listen. Stay y'all good-toed asses in the South. I reckon you stay your good-toed asses in the South. Come out around yonder, California, Northern California, playing these bullshit games. You will win bullshit prizes. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. You so much as stick your Johnson across that gun line, boss, you will be shot. You bring your F-150s with Confederate flags in the back of them. Come into our neighborhoods thinking you're going to call us niggers. You will be shot. Tell them about the gun line, boss. No, that shit ain't flying, though. You better go somewhere where you protected. You better go somewhere where you protected by the laws and think you this nigga. Because I'm telling you, no open carry in California. No, the motherfucker get some act right. You ain't got no fire. The thing is, right, freedom of speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But best be ready to defend yourself. You need a gun. Him need a gun to defend himself. Him big white power need gun to defend himself. He need gun to defend himself. All the muscles for nothing. What is a nigga in the gym? What you in the gym for? You doing all that lifting weights and you can't defend yourself. What you think they gonna do to you when you in there, honey bun? What you think finna happen to you when you in there, honey bun? That mustache gonna have milk on it. You gonna have a milk mustache in there. You gonna have a milk mustache. They gonna be calling you Ayo Milk Mustache. Ayo Milk Mustache, come here. Well, you gonna be Milk Mustache in that motherfucker. That's what they finna call you. On my mama. And when you walk, it's gonna whistle. Every time you walk, it's gonna sound like, whoo. You know when you blowing into a bottle and it be like, whoo. Every time you walk, you're gonna be walking and whistling. The walking whistler. Your ass gonna be just walking through the they gonna know when you coming. They gonna know when you coming down the tier, cause that ass gonna be whistling. Whoo! But nigga gonna sound like a Bart. I live in the Bay Area. We don't got subway, nigga. We got Bart. That's how that nigga ass gonna sound, like a Bart through the tunnel. Whoo! Or a scraper. Y'all know if y'all from the Bay. I'm from the Bay. It's gonna sound like suction pipe. That's how that nigga ass gonna sound, like a suction pipe. Old school whistle tip. Whoo! When you walking down the tier, they gonna tear that ass up, boy. Tear that. And not just the coloreds either. I'm talking about these white boys. You gonna have to pay your way. Ass, gas, or cash. You gonna have to give it up. Ass, gas, or cash. You ain't got no gas in here, do you? You got some cash? You gonna have to give up some ass then. Monkeys, get ready. White boy summer is coming. Boy, I tell y'all. Nigga got the whistle tip booty. Whoo! That motherfucker fit to be whistling when they get through with you. I really like this lawyer's breakdown. Shout out to Gideon for getting him up there. This was some good lawyer information. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to get a wide gamut of. I had a case very similar. My client was being threatened by his brother-in-law, and my client had a back injury, and they had displaced him. My client and his girlfriend had displaced him, living in their mother's house, right, and took over the brother's room. The brother went down into the room to look for a game. He was just really fucking with my client, and the client's just standing there with a gun at his side, right, and he said, "What are you going to do with that?" And he starts charging at him. And he shoots him in the knee. And he's, he fucking shot me, he shot me. Well, under that circumstance, it's similar to what we're talking about here. We had an NRA guy said, I fuck the law, he's not guilty. I would do that in a minute, blah, blah, blah. Then we had a lesbian firefighter, law clerk to a federal judge, all same person, by the way. What? And she was ultra liberal and said he was acting unreasonably. So it really comes down to what the jury would think was reasonable under the circumstances. And now you have the same situation here.
So with this situation, let's say you were Chud's defense lawyer, would you want to take this to trial? Kind of like what I'm seeing, it's a majority white area, small county, I think 165,000 people live there. Would this be something you want to take to trial, or would this be something where, hey, if the prosecutors give us a plea, we got to take that?
I haven't seen all the reports, and I don't see what his attitude is, and it would be the client's decision to do that or not. But here's the thing. Geography plays a big part in this, right? This was Tennessee, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Fairly right-wing, fairly conservative. And so what you want fucking racists on the jury. Because I think, wasn't this a black guy that attacked him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want the most racist motherfuckers on the jury, but you can't really go after that. You have to. That's what you want, because you want people of like mind with your client. You get what I'm saying?
So the prosecutors would be trying to go for the most probably liberal people, whereas the defense attorneys are going to be going for the most racist people.
Yeah, somebody sympathetic to our client, and you can't ask them if they're a Trump supporter, but you can kind of glean, okay, what news do you watch? Do you watch Fox? Did you vote in the last election? You want the most right-wing people. What do you think about self-defense? If somebody, and you want, I think you want male, I think you want right-wing, I think you want people who own guns. And, have you ever been attacked by a black person? I'm not saying it's right, but that's the way it is.
And I'm seeing a lot of people comparing this to the Carmelo Anthony case.
It rings a bell.
A black kid.
I need all of the people from the mountains of Caucasus that have been on Twitter posting about Carmelo Anthony's bail amount and Chud the Builder's bail amount. I need you all to come front and center, have a front seat in the front of the class. Open your eyes and open your ears and shut your fucking mouth. And just listen. Please. Please the fuck listen.
Ooh, he stabbed the white kid at the...
Oh, yeah.
So here's a quick graphic. Let me...
Where's that case? What's going on with that case?
I think it's still going on. Like, it hasn't... I don't think it's concluded yet. But as you see right here, Chud the Builder... I'm just calling him Chud. Chud's bail is at $1.25 million, whereas Carmelo Anthony's was at $250K. And a lot of people are saying that Chud the Builder is being unfairly prosecuted, that the justice system has it out for him and stuff like that. What would you say to people saying that?
Your time doing something else. I mean, here's the thing. There's a firearm involved, a knife was involved. You've got a history of race baiting and him really trying to get this kind of attention and inciting bullshit, which you didn't have that in the other case. The other case, I think that Carmelo Anthony was, he wasn't the aggressor in that. I mean, they were trying to get him out of a particular area. And it was, how fucking dumb was that? He was just sitting in the stands. You know, he's more sympathetic, in my opinion. And you know, it was 2 against 1 in that case. This is 1 against 1. So, and there's a firearm involved in this one. And anytime you have guns involved, you know, that raises the bar substantially.
So comparing the two situations, when Carmelo is underneath a tent and you come over with your fucking rhetoric thinking you big Billy badass and about to make me move, I don't care if this is your school shit. You better go get a fucking official. You better go get an adult. You better go get an adult. And to have an adult come over here and tell me, hey, man, you can't sit there because you and your brother run up. Don't run up. You and your twin brother, don't run your stocky asses up then. Don't run up. Don't run up. You see the size of those necks? Nah, man, don't run your asses up on me. Don't run up. Don't run up. And I warned you, hey, do not run up. Why would you approach me? If you guys claim I branded something, why approach me? Stay the fuck back. Don't run up. You walk over, you limp back. You walk over, you limp back. You walk over, you limp back. Take that however you want to take it. You walk over here, you gonna limp back over there. That's it, and that's all.
People trying to correlate the two. There really isn't a correlation between the two.
No, not at all. Not even close. Yeah, a high school dispute versus, you know, some celebrity wannabe who is just a more deplorable human being than has a right to.
More deplorable human being. Let me show you where they need to put his ass. Not where they need to put his ass. Let me show you where they got his ass. Let me show you where they got his ass. So they got his ass in the chimp house. And look at all this goddamn Chud the Builder supporters out there chimping out. They're out there, they're chimping out, man. They're chimping out. They're chimping out, man. And I know these images is fucking them up. They getting fucked up in the comments. I quite enjoy seeing them scramble this way. So upset. They hurling N-words in the comment section of Twitter is the most racist place in the nation, by the way. If someone feels they can't beat you with words and they believe you're black, you know what's coming next.
Breathe in the fucking air.
And then another thing that people are pointing at, saying like how unfair this is this is Chud, or actually not this one, it was this one. So apparently it's being reported that the district attorney is reportedly planning to block Chud the Builder's fundraising money toward his bond. And they're and like, you know, a lot of people are upset with.
Let me see. This just in. DJ Academics is tagging Chud the Builder. He said, damn, was just finna put a meal on your GoFundMe bail. Sad the judge says, due to your chimping out, you got to get out the mud. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and pay your own bail like you say black shoulds. I believe in you, Chud. You got this. Hey, the academics say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We're not using that give, send, go money, which is up to, this was last night. Let's see, last night, it was at 268. Let's see what it's at today. They trying to get them the fuck out of there. They trying to get them the fuck out of there. They like, Chud, Chud, no. They want that motherfucker out, man. Chud, no. His ass is in the chimp house.
That because if you go on his fundraiser, last I saw it, I think it was at like $250,000, and the district attorney's blocking it. So would you say, like, people are saying that's unjust, unconstitutional? What would you have to say to people saying that?
Well, here's what I think. What are the grounds for it? Because they're going to have a source hearing. That's what the DA wanted to do. when they have, because they're going to have a detention hearing to try to lower the bond, and then he wanted to have a source hearing, like who's going to put up that bond. Now,
Man, hell nah. Twitter is crazy. Hell nah. Wait. This one was funny, but this one even funnier. Not gonna lie. Ooh, what that nigga was saying? Ooh, That nigga got Michael reading him a book. Ooh, That was funny. Ooh, That's hella funny. They got that nigga with Michael.
the argument for it, for limiting it, is okay. If other people are putting up this bond, you don't have any skin in the game, so you don't really give a shit. So you're not gonna. It's not gonna matter to you, and the bail's not gonna have the impact that it's supposed to have. Number one. But the flip side of that is, who the fuck are you to say where I get my money from? So I don't understand what legal grounds, and I've never come across this, mind you. So I don't know what legal grounds he has to do just that, to block.
I think what I've been seeing is like people have been saying like it's kind of like whenever a drug dealer gets arrested and you can't use the money that the alleged crime happened from to go toward your bond. So I think what they're saying is
that's drug money. I mean, I fucking love drug money, by the way.
I fucking love drug money, by the way.
Are hardcore drug dealers because they're good businessmen. They don't bitch, and they will not bitch about 30 years like people bitch about 30 days. Anyway, that's just an aside.
Anyway.
But that's different from this. He's fundraising on his clout, so to speak, and in the case that you're talking about with the drug dealer, you can't use ill-gotten gains, for bail purposes. That's like I can't knowingly take drug money from to represent somebody. It's got to come from some source that we can trace back to legitimate funds. So I don't see that in this case.
So you do think he will probably when the next hearing happens, he'll probably be able to use his fundraiser money?
It's Tennessee law, so I don't. If it was Minnesota, I'd say yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but Tennessee, so with it being in a different state, it could be entirely different ballpark.
Could be, yeah.
Do you think?
I think what you're talking about, like you can't write a book and profit off of your crime. That's the kind of thing that you're talking about, right?
They look. They throwing the bat signal in the air on us, y'all. They throwing the bat signal in the air on us, y'all. They putting the bat signal in the air on us, y'all. They got white people with chud mustaches shooting monkeys. They are putting the Batman signal in the air, man. This is what they would like to do. The people behind accounts like this, they want the freedom to go out and kill blacks because the monkeys represent black peoples. That's just, we all know that. Not any other race. They want to go out and shoot and murder blacks. This is what they want, man. This is America. This is what they want. When I say they, you know who I'm talking about. Because I promise you, there's no black person anywhere sitting wishing they can go out and exterminate a whole race. There's no black anywhere on earth just sitting around thinking like, man, we need to get these Hispanics out of here. We need to get these Asians out of here. We need to get these whites out of here. But you guys really want us to... And the thing is, too, somebody told me today to go back to Africa. He was European. It's like, you go back to Europe, I go back to Africa, right? But then the thing is, I didn't just come to this motherfucker. Can I get a ride back? You don't even want to give a nigga a ride back. Like, nigga, I don't got no home there. You took my home there. You want to bring me here, have me build the country, then kick me out the country. Thing is, if all black people in the world upped and left and went to Africa, and Africa started to thrive, motherfuckers would be on boats on their way to Africa to fuck it up. They'd be on the first ship smoking, on their way to figure out, wait a minute, we kicked all the niggas out and they over there thriving, doing well, being okay, and then y'all would be on your way to fuck it up. As y'all always do, like, what? It's just like it's in DNA to be like, could you imagine being somewhere in Europe and then just thinking, bro, I'm about to just get on a boat and sail, and wherever we go, when we get there, if it's some people living with families, kids, women, children, that shit gonna belong to us now. We gonna just, if they got kids, grab the women and grab all the girls, rape them, murder them. The little boys, rape them, murder them. The fathers, rape them, murder them. This shit is, we just gonna call this shit England. We gonna call this shit England. Motherfucker got to America and just, just start, oh, y'all got food? Oh, yeah, we eat some food. We could eat. Hell yeah, we love to eat. Oh, yeah, this shit was good. We got some shit too. Hey, man, hey, give them the blankets we got. Give them the blankets. Here is a token of our appreciation. Y'all take these blankets when y'all go to sleep tonight. We see y'all in the morning. Motherfucker wake up in the morning sick, high, bumps, and all kind of shit. It's only one motherfucking species on the planet that is sitting that diabolical. One species. I don't have to name it. We all know. We all know it's one species that feels this way about anybody that doesn't look like them. I'm not even gonna say it. Not them all, not all of them. Just like all niggas ain't niggas. You heard me? Just like we all black, all colored folk ain't niggas. All colored folk ain't niggas. You understand me? A nigga could be anybody. A nigga is not only for black people. If you're Hispanic and you're ignorant, you're a nigga. If you're Asian and you're ignorant, you're a nigga. If you're Caucasian and you're an ignorant individual, you're a nigga. It's just that simple. You understand me? But the overwhelming majority of individuals, think about it. This country is so racist that this is how much money you get for going out and being racist on camera. It was at 50,000 when he shot that guy. And it had been at 50,000 for a few months. It had capped out at $50,000. This man shot someone. Look how much money he's gained since then. This is America. This is America. Let me get to my comment section, y'all. I'm gonna cut the comments off. Let me see what y'all talk about in the comment section. He said, man, you're racist. But see, I'm an equal opportunist racist, though, brother. I'm equal opportunist racist. If a nigga doing some shit, I'm gonna cross the street. Just like if I see a group of niggas on this side of the street, I'm probably gonna cross the street. Nigga, I'm an equal opportunist, though, bro. I'm fair with it. And I'm not racist, I'm prejudiced. I judge situations. I'm racist for repeating history? That nigga said, I'm racist for repeating history. I'm racist for repeating history? I'm just saying what happened. Y'all niggas used to be somewhere where y'all was at. Y'all niggas was in Europe and got on boats and started going other places. How the fuck did y'all get to Africa? How the fuck y'all got to Africa? How the fuck y'all got there? And just decided that, you know what, the people here, we gonna sell the people here. How the fuck y'all get somewhere and think about it. All of the diamonds and shit in Africa. How the fuck did you nigga, how are the people living on top of the diamonds and gold? How the fuck are they poor? How the fuck do you get somewhere and decide, hey, France, we gonna divvy up this country between us and y'all. All the people that live there, fuck them. Just mine up they shit, dig it up, and then take it back to the Americas and make our people rich off of the shit that God gave these people. If they're from Africa, God didn't put diamonds and gold under Europe. God didn't put diamonds and gold under the Americas. Well, I guess the gold was, there was some gold under this motherfucker. But the majority, overwhelming shit of all of God's precious metals and jewels is in Africa. Why the fuck is it one of the poorest places? Or why does America display it that way? Because they don't want us fucking going there and seeing what the fuck they over there the fuck doing. They show us all the little kids with the flies on them and shit. Our whole life growing up, we seen little kids with flies on them on the goddamn TV every goddamn day. They ain't tell us them niggas is living like that because we tearing up they fucking ground, ripping this shit up, and we getting diamonds and gold, and we taking it back to our country selling it. And you telling me I'm racist for repeating this shit. Boy, you a crazy motherfucker. Ain't no Africans get on no boats and start traveling and say, look, man, we just gonna go to Europe. Let's go pick up a bunch of Europeans, take them back here, and make them motherfucking work for us. We didn't do that. We didn't get on boats and decide we were gonna bring y'all to our country to make y'all fucking work. And then when y'all get tired of that shit and start saying y'all don't wanna work, tell y'all, go the fuck back to y'all country. We ain't giving y'all no rides either. No, you can't get no ride back to Europe. Get the fuck out of my country. Your ancestors built this motherfucker, but I'ma tell you, get the fuck out. Bitch, y'all ain't even offering a ride. That's my favorite thing to say to y'all, too. That's my favorite thing to say to y'all. You bitch ass niggas tell us to get out of our country, out y'all country. Bitch, give me a ride. Bitch, and I wanna live, bitch, I wanna live how I live in America there, too. So you gonna have to fund that, too. And I'll gladly leave this motherfucker. I wanna live like this, all plush and shit when I get there, too. So if you got a fund, like y'all just gave all of the people, what they trying to get them niggas who raided the Capitol? They trying to get them niggas $1.7 billion. Them niggas who raided the Capitol, them fucking thugs and criminals. Who was raiding the fucking Capitol? Nigga talking about I'm racist. Nigga, hold on. Let me see. Who the fuck was raiding the Capitol? Let me see. What we gonna call it? January 6th slush fund. Who the fuck was raiding the Capitol? Was it us? Was it us raiding the Capitol? And they about to get these thugs $1.7 billion? And niggas say I'm racist. Motherfucker, nigga, have you seen this country? I'm racist? This is America. It's 2026. We are standing at a sign of a white man with an American flag hat on, an American flag cape on, and a Justice Thor hammer in front of a bunch of gorillas. This is 2026. This ain't the 1950s. This ain't the 1960s. It's 2026. And I'm saying, what kind of person would make such an image? The monkeys in the back with the Jordans and the gold chains on and shit. Who are these monkeys supposed to represent? 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 Why do they feel this way towards us? This is what they want to do, cuz these motherfuckers is calling for a race war. Who the fuck making flyers like this, cuz? Hold on, cuz. This nigga, cuz you tripping. Who making shit like this? I'm racist, cuz I'm reacting to the country we live in. This is where the fuck we live. We live with motherfuckers who feel like this about us. I don't wake up hating anybody because of the color of their skin. I don't wake up hating anybody because of the color of their skin. And the thing is, y'all listen to our music. Y'all love our music. Y'all love our sports, our athletes and everything like that. So you don't hate us too much. So what is it? Because you guys are saying this is about a freedom of speech thing. What is it about African Americans that when you're out in public, you can't control yourself and you have to scream obscenities at us for no apparent reason? What is it? I just want to know, like, for what reason? Like, even if you go and, like, this one right here, look, White Boy Summer, monkeys get ready, White Boy Summer is coming, White Lives Matter, free Chud, and I'm the racist? I'm a racist for saying what happened? Man, this is crazy. What the fuck is this guy? If I'm a racist, what is this guy? What is this guy? Get a load of this guy.
Yeah. I think what people are saying where it's like, since he's been itching for something like this to happen, and like that's kind of like what his whole channel was around, that's kind of what the GoFundMe he set up was around, that elicit and aided in his crime. So I think that's what people are kind of getting along. But I can also see your point.
Hey, Sean,
I guess the next thing is,
Sean, my good sir, Sean. If you're not one of the Caucasians I'm talking about, you have no right to be offended. Do not be offended. When they're talking about the niggas that's doing shit, causing trouble in America and shit, and they're talking about them in a bad light, I don't get upset because I'm not one of those niggas, Sean. You understand me? I too feel that way about some of these niggas. Yes. You understand me? The ones that are out acting a fucking fool in public, making it horrible. I feel that way. So no, I'm not a racist, and you shouldn't feel offended by the Caucasians that I'm talking about, because the Caucasians that I'm talking about are the deplorable ones. You understand me? They're the deplorable ones. Those are the ones I'm talking about. The ones I'm talking about are on Twitter every day typing comments. These are the ones I'm talking about. And there's no denying what color they are. That's it. That's it, and that's all. We're talking about a racial case, so we're speaking about race. Do not get offended by it. Don't get offended by hearing your history. You understand me? Don't get offended. That is I didn't get up here and lie about anybody. That would have been racist. I got up here and told no lies. The things I say happened actually happened. Actually happened. And it makes me wonder, why is my entire race looked at as animal and savages? But, your race is not looked at for what history deems them as. Not just history. I got some more facts I could. That video probably hurt your feelings. I ain't gonna do that. We're gonna finish this out. 27 minutes. I mean, a couple more minutes. Let's finish this out.
I think right now that they are just putting more charges on to scare for a plea, or do you think they will go full force and actually try?
That's your version of my history. Bruh, come on, sir. It's not my version, bro. Come on, bro. You watch the Vikings? You ever watch Okay, let's remove Africa from it. Let's remove Africa. You know who Vikings were? You know what Vikings are? Vikings are a bunch of people that be sitting at home where they're from. They decide to get on their boats and go travel places and pillage. They go pillage. They go pillaging. And they sail the seas, and they don't know where the fuck they going because there ain't no GPS. And then they get somewhere, and they decide, hey, there's some nice shit. It's a lot of land here. It's a lot of land. And they get off their fucking boat, and they go and rob and rape and kill. They steal land. They steal cattle. They rape women. They rape children. They rape boys. They rape men. Am I lying? Did I lie about some Vikings? Did I lie about the Vikings? Did I lie about them? 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 Did I lie about the Vikings? Am I telling you a lie about the Vikings? About how they would sail the seas looking for new places to discover? Because how the fuck you discover something when you got there somebody else was already there? How the fuck did you discover something when you get there, it's already motherfuckers there, but you discovered it? And then you send, hey, bruh, you send more boats back home. Hey, bruh, we got some land over here. It's some bitches and some cow and shit, some cattle, some cow. Yeah, send some more boats. Get over here. They nice as fuck too. They feeding us. They letting us eat. All kind of shit. Yeah, man, get over here. More boats come. Y'all get there. Y'all kill everybody. Take everything. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. You cherry picking what you wanted, Genghis Khan, Matilda, the Hun. Every race has a dose. What you're accusing one race. Okay, let's talk. We could talk. I know what my community does, the gang violence and things like that. You guys use what my race does against us to deem us all as predators. We are watching a man who goes around calling innocent black people the N-word, R-E-R. And there are people in your race saying he deserves the right to do that. It's his God-given right to walk up to innocent black people, pull out his camera, call them the N-word for monetary gain. That's his God-given, that's his right as an American. It's his American right. And why? Why is that his right? Because some of you dislike most of us because of our color, because of the actions of few. What they like to say, they make up 13% of the population, but they're more than half the crime rate. So you hate us all. So you put us all on a poster and deem us all as apes. You deem us all as apes. White Boy Summer, who the fuck you think they coming for? Who the fuck you think? Chud in jail, you think he posting this? Chud in jail, do you think he is posting this? Don't act like you on Twitter, bro. Go to the comment section and see how the overwhelming majority of Caucasians who have a Twitter account. Most of them be from Dr. Count, but you think I'm on here telling you some fake shit? No, they don't fuck with us, bruh. I'm saying they judge us all based on a few. You think they give a fuck that some of these monkeys may be doctors and lawyers and teachers? No, it's nigga. Give a fuck, you just a nigga in a suit. You think I give a fuck? To a racist. That's how they see us, bro. This is what the fuck they own, bro. This right here. This right here. This is a motherfucking America. I'm trying to find the monkey shit again, because that's really, here we go. Like, bro, look. Today's bond hearing, this motherfucker did a motherfucking calling card for all the racists in America right now. I'm showing it to you in real time. Like, I'm showing you what's America for me. This motherfucker called every racist in the world, and he want them to show up. You don't think they could have made this flyer? You don't think they could have made this flyer? You don't think they could have made this flyer without... I'm not doing the same thing about Chud anything. I haven't called you out your name once. I haven't called you out your name. I'm not running up to innocent white people, walking around and shopping and saying mean things to them at all. I have not said one mean thing about any Caucasian. I haven't called them out their name. I've repeated history. I haven't said name me one derogatory term. I haven't even called this guy any of the derogatory terms I have for him. I'm reading, they're chimping out right now. That's the problem. America will never be great until y'all ready to look in the mirror. Y'all don't even want to look in the mirror. I can say what's wrong with my people, but right now it ain't my people time. Y'all tell us every day how we ain't shit. It ain't our day. Today ain't our day. Today is Chud the Builder Day. We talking about one of y'all animals. We talking about one of y'all animals. We ain't talking about one of us. We talking about one of y'all animals. I'm just holding the mirror up. That's all I'm doing. I'm holding the mirror up and it's fucking with you. It's fucking with you. It's hitting you all up in here. It's hitting you all up in there. It's fucking with you hearing that shit. And I'm telling you hardcore facts. If I'm lying, like, I'm telling you hardcore facts, good brother. You don't see y'all couldn't have did this flyer without putting the monkeys there. They couldn't have just showed up to support Chud without involving black people in this. Bring your flags, bring your signs. This don't look like a fucking Klan flyer to you? It's 2026. It's 2026, sir. Should my children have to see things like this? Should my children have to see things like this in 2026? Who's still pushing this kind of rhetoric? I know it's no hate, but you spewing things like you said. You called me a racist, first of all. You said I'm doing the same thing as Chud. I am not going outside finding random Caucasians on the street and blaming them for the things of their ancestors or the things. I'm not blaming them for Chud. I'm not going to go out tomorrow and find some random Caucasian and start yelling obscenities at them because of his actions. How he feels about a few blacks, he goes out and treats all blacks like that. He goes out and treats every single person of melanated skin as if they're a criminal, as if they're a thug, as if they're an animal, as if they're 3/5 of a human being. He don't care if you're shopping for groceries. He don't care if you're at work. And if you ask him to leave you alone, he's going to say you're chimping out and threaten to mace you and pull out a firearm. I'm not behaving that way. I'm simply stating facts. No, you're clumping people together. I'm talking about a specific group of Caucasians. If you're not in that group of Caucasians, you shouldn't be bothered. You shouldn't be bothered, sir. If you're not in that group, if it don't apply, let it fly, good brother. But there's some people that feel like this, and I'm talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that showed up to the courtroom, that showed up to the courthouse, and matter of fact, let me show you something. They don't always look like you. I'm talking about to any deplorable human being. Let me show you what that flyer did. Look at him. That flyer made him show up to go to the courthouse. What happened when you got to the courthouse, sir? What happened?
I just got removed from Chud the Builder's court hearing, but
He just got removed from Chud the Builder's court hearing. Why would you go? You got up today and you went to the hearing for a man who is going around harassing people. That's the cause you're fighting for? All of these motherfuckers like this. I'm talking about him, people like this. Yes, throw his ass in. I'm clumping him in there too. Bruh. These motherfuckers were getting put out the courthouse. Could you imagine to not have any decorum to go into the court and watch the judicial process go through? This motherfucker is in there acting a fucking fool. I'm talking about people like him. And if you don't know who Jake Lang is, I need you to go look him up. And I'm talking about individuals like this. I don't know about you, but I got my phone. I'm on Twitter. I'm on all these accounts. There's several people that feel this way, and I'm talking about all of them. And I don't want to offend you when I talk about your race. But could you imagine how I feel as an African American when I get on the internet and I have to read and see what people say about my race? You won't hear upset because I'm talking about the past, about who y'all used to be. Do not make me go do a search on who the fuck y'all is today. There's statistics to back up what I'm saying. Don't make me go hit the, don't make me, because I can show you who the fuck they are today. I can go hit one search and be like, hey, look, this what the statistics say y'all doing today. Back then, that's what y'all was doing. But let me see if I can show you what they was doing. What they doing
here
today.
who love to talk about black and brown predators or the dangers of undocumented folks.
Because now, this is not, I'm not going to say anything about nobody's race. I'm not going to say anything about anybody's race. I'm just going to listen to some statistics. We're just going to listen to some statistics here. And if I was a racist, I would use these statistics to be prejudiced towards a certain group of people. If I was a racist, I would use these statistics to be prejudiced towards a certain group of people based on the color of their skin. I'm just saying, if I was truly a racist.
Please explain why nearly 80% of the people who produce, distribute, or possess child essay material are white men, and almost all of them are U.S. citizens. And by the way, you can check that data for yourself. So you see this? This is the U.S. Sentencing Commission's interactive data analyzer, which is a nifty little tool that lets you look up stats on any federal crime category overall, and then you can break it down by race. And then you can calculate the percentage of that crime done by each racial group for every year, going all on here who love to talk about black in any federal crime category.
So, but if I was a racist, as you claimed, because you claimed me being a racist, I would use these statistics to prejudge you. I would say, since these are the statistics for a certain demographic, I would treat you as such.
Overall, and then you can break it down by race, and then you can calculate the percentage of that crime done by each racial group for every year, going all the way back to 2015, or you can do it for a range of years. So I did that for child essay material prosecutions from 2015 all the way through 2025, and it turns out that 78% of those prosecutions were of white men, almost 8 out of 10, while only 6% were of black men. You know that group that y'all racists say is the most dangerous and awful group out there? So what the hell is it about white men that explains this? I mean, after all, for other crimes, everybody's got a theory to explain it, right? For typical street-level violent or property crimes, both the left and the right have theories. We on the left say socioeconomic factors can explain them. The right says it's culture, maybe even biology. But my point is, everybody has a theory. And yet, when it's white dudes that predominate disproportionately in some category of misdeeds, like child essay material or child sexual exploitation, also about 71% of those are white folks, according to a DOJ report released in January of this year, or spree killing or mass school shootings, suddenly nobody has an analysis at all. Apparently, we just treat that shit like some inexplicable individual pathology, or we write it off to mental illness or video games or some shit. We never blame it on white culture. We never blame it on whiteness. We never blame it on white DNA. We never ask what's wrong with the white family. We do that about the black family all the time. We say, where are the black dads? We never ask where the white dads are. What's wrong with white fathers? Well, apparently some of the white dads and some of the white uncles are online looking at the child essay material. That's the problem. If we were actually a country that cared about actual predators, particularly the ones who threaten children, if we were actually worried about danger, we'd be asking this question about why white people and white men in particular are so predominant in this category of dangerous criminal offending. But we're not that country. We just want to racialize danger and crime. We don't actually want to protect people from harm.
Was anything he said racist? Sean, was anything he said racist? Because I was just doing the same thing, repeating facts about a certain demographic of people. Was what he said racist? Now, should I go make me a flyer and say, hey, let's go get, because apparently there's a group of people in this world that like little kids. And one group of people outweighs all group of people 78%. 78% of the crimes against children are committed by a certain demographic. Man, that's crazy. What if we all treated, and saying, what if we all were just judgmental and use the statistics to judge people and to put them all in one boat? Like that happens to black people, you know? They love throwing that. They're 13% of the population, but make up 50% of the crime. They love that statistic. That statistic is used in so many debates. Man, what if we did that same thing? Ah, that was crazy. That was crazy. All right, Sean, we're gonna get off topic. Let's get back to this.
Attempted murder in court.
I don't know.
Man, nigga just turned me into Martin Luther Pac in this motherfucker. Nigga turned me into Malcolm Luther Pac in this bitch. Hey, bro, don't do that again, bro. Nigga turned me into Malcolm Luther Pac in this motherfucker. Malcolm Luther Pac Huey in this motherfucker. Nigga, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let the gold teeth and the tattoos and the belligerentness fool you, brother. Don't let it fool you, brother. Granny ain't raised no fool. She used to be like, use your head for more than a hat rack. I ain't know what the fuck she was saying when I was little. I'm like, what the fuck is a hat rack? I thought she was saying one word. Like, you use your head for more than a hat rack. She was always telling me to use your head for more than a hat rack. So use your brain for more than just putting hats on it. And I'm telling you, I got really good at that shit. I got really good at using what was on my head for more than a hat rack, you understand me? So when it comes to thinking and critical thinking and, you know what I'm saying, especially arguing too, I love arguing. So, bro, I'm telling you, if I get to use, I got ChatGPT, I got a computer, bro, we'll cook all day. I ain't no racist. I'm a historian. Sean, they got the fuck up out of here on us. We can get up out of here. Sean, they got the fuck up out of here. Sean, like, wait a minute. They talk about pedophiles. We go. We talk about kid predators. We up out of here.
Many prosecutors who charge something just to try to coerce a plea. I have had it, you get up to the day of trial, say, look, if you don't take this, we're going to add blah, blah, blah. I've had that happen. But at this point, it seems to fit. I mean, he shot a guy. And if you shot a guy, do you ever shoot without the intention to kill? Probably not. So if it's an attempted murder, it seems to fit. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's overcharged.
Okay. And then also, I'll show this to you in the audience. It's being reported that apparently, at least the arrest warrant is stating that according to the arrest warrant, Chud the Builder pulled his weapon before the altercation. The arrest warrant specifically states...
No, I wanted to know, is he racist, though, for repeating what was going on? Because all I did was repeat history and said that some people have a tendency to behave in that manner, and it's typically one group of people that does that more than any other group of people in the world. And you just so happen to fit the description of the color. That don't mean you have the heart of that. You just have the color, not the heart. You understand? I wasn't talking about you, but you somehow took offense to that. You called me a racist. You said I'm doing the same thing as Chud the Bill. You just called me Chud the Blackie. You just called me Chud the Blackie. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. You just called me Chud the Blackie, man. You compared me to a deplorable individual as such. And I don't think that's me. I just think I'm telling... Bro, you got any black friends? I'm your black friend right now, bro. I'm giving you an insight into my reality of the world, bro. That's my reality of the world, bro. And I ain't saying all y'all like that, but history, bro. How the fuck did I get to America? How the fuck I'm here, bro? How the fuck I'm here, bro? You gotta be a crazy motherfucker to bring some people somewhere and then tell them to get the fuck home. You got to be the. I got told today, go back to Africa. I've never been. Fuck, you gonna tell me go back somewhere I've never been to without a ride? That's my reality. That's life for me, man. So the things I say, don't take offense to them, man. Don't take offense. Don't bother. It's not you. It's not you. But my best friend name is Mark. He's a white boy. You wouldn't believe it, man. My best friend Mark. Nah, he got a little in him. But man, one of my other best friends, man, Taryn, my good brother Taryn. He's one of my moderators, man. He's one of my best friends in the world. He's gonna be one of my best men. You know, he's gonna be one of my best men. My good boy T.O. I've been knowing him for about 10 years now. Over 10 years, bro. One of my best friends. Met him at Tesla. People like try to get on him. They say, man, you're trying to act black. If he was acting black, I wouldn't be his goddamn friend. I'll tell you that much. If he was acting black, I wouldn't be his best friend, bro. I haven't met a more genuine person in the world. So if I was truly racist or prejudiced, my good brother Taryn, he be in this motherfucker. Was he in this motherfucker earlier? Let me see. I think he was. Cali Cruz, my good brother, man. That's my brother. I talk to him all the time, bro. He send me prayers. He could tell you for damn sure. I damn sure ain't racist or prejudiced, man. That's one of my best friends. Yeah, there you go. Cali Cruz in 925. Yeah, man, that's one of my best fucking friends. If we all leave us, this world would crumble. Y'all brought us here to tell us get the fuck out.
Eartherly, that's his last name, stood in a bladed stance and reached for his firearm. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued. So pretty much saying that it wasn't he pulled the gun out, or he pulled the gun out while he was getting beat up. He pulled the gun out before any physical altercation had happened. So how does that change the case?
That can be an act.
If I did, I would steer clear of Caucasians. Like if I did, I would steer clear of them. But I don't. Like, and I'm from California. I do not experience blatant racism. I do not personally, in my day-to-day life, experience blatant racism. I live in the Bay Area. It's very diverse. We get along with Hispanics, Samoans, like even the racial divide between Hispanics and blacks in Southern California is totally different between the racial divide between Hispanics and blacks in Northern California. It's not a big racial line. Like we go to school, it's black and it's really black and brown love. You got of course there's racism and there's bad apples in every race, but for the most part in the Bay Area, black and brown function like this. White and blacks function in the Bay Area. It's not no like blatant fucking racism, like systematic maybe, but like just I ain't never been called a nigger to my face. I had a little boy when I was like 9 years old. He told me, my mom said I couldn't trade Pokemon cards with black kids. It fucked me up, bruh. I was 9. That was the first time I ever experienced racism. I was in San Lorenzo, California, and I had a bunch of Pokemon cards, bro. I had better Pokemon cards, to be honest. They were better than his. I had the sleeves and stuff. I had all my Pokemon cards with the holograms in the front, all my energy cards in the back and stuff. And then the little white boy told me, my mom said I can't trade Pokemon cards with black kids. And that shit hurt. So I beat him up and took his Pokemon cards. It shouldn't. Now you got a reason to not like us. So I probably, you know, he probably growing up somewhere. That's probably Chud the Builder right now. I probably contributed to some racism in my life, but I felt like he called me a nigga. I felt like my mama said I can't trade Pokemon cards with niggas. So I beat him up and took his Pokemon cards. And it wasn't because he was white. It was because I was offended. And that was probably wrong. So, hey, if you listen, if you're out there and you come across this video, man, look, I'm sorry, man. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that, man. You didn't deserve that at all, man. I didn't have to do that, man. So, manning up, right, man. I'm saying I'm sorry, man. That's been weighing on me for a long time. That's been weighing on me, man. I'm glad I can get that off my chest, man. I have been feeling like a racist undercoverly, man. I'm just glad. Shout out to Sean for allowing me to get that off my chest. Shout out to Sean for allowing me to get that off my chest, bro. Most of you don't, but there are some that are, bro. I was 9 years old and somebody was teaching this little boy to not trade Pokemon cards with me because I was black. That's been reality of a lot of people. The South is even crazier. Like, Lord. But I can say that was probably the last time I experienced some hardcore racism. Oh yeah, man. I wish more conversations can go like this. We can agree, even if we disagree. I don't have to disrespect you. You don't have to disrespect me. We can hear each other out. I can either choose to see where you coming from, or you can choose to see where I'm coming from, or we can both say, man, I totally disagree with you. So shout out to Sean Leslie, man. Much love, shout out to Sean Leslie. I think this is truly what will make the world a better place. Being able to have these conversations without getting angry, without name calling, without anything, just being able to sit and hear and listen to each other and hear each other out, respond to each other's rebuttals and things like that. So shout out to Sean for kicking it with us here in the Player Circle podcast, man.
Provocation, okay? You can't start a fight and then claim self-defense. You cannot start a fight and claim self-defense. So if he's standing there and this guy's sort of looking at him, and maybe he's jawing at him a little bit, and Bob the Builder, pulls his fucking, I know it's Chud the Builder, but, we'll call him Bob the Builder. I fucking hate this guy so bad. This whole race thing, didn't we fucking get rid of that when Obama, was president? Didn't we get rid of some of this fucking shit when what's his name said, can't we just get along,
No, we did not. See, the thing is, they tricked us all, guys. We've been hoodwinked. We've been run amok. We've been led astray. I'm not black. You're not white. You're not Mexico is where you from, so you are Mexican. But, motherfucker, if I cut you, you're going to bleed red. If you cut me, I'm going to bleed red. That's the bottom fucking line. Bottom fucking line. I don't care what religion, what sexuality, what race, what nationality, where you from, what you identify as. Motherfucker, if I cut you, you're gonna bleed. If you lose too much blood, you're gonna die. Same thing for me. Same thing for me. So what does that mean? The fucking same. If your mother dies today, you're gonna cry. If my mother dies today, I'm gonna cry. We're the fucking same. You hate paying bills. I hate paying bills too. You hate paying bills. Your kid's bad than a motherfucker. Guess what? My kid's bad than a motherfucker too. It's a struggle getting up every day to go to work in the morning. Sometimes a nigga back hurt, you don't want to go. Guess what? Me fucking too. We all the motherfucking same, and these niggas done tricked us. They done tricked us into thinking we all fucking separate. No, motherfuckers. No. We the fucking same people, and these motherfuckers done tricked us. These motherfuckers done tricked us into thinking, hey, bro, y'all go over here, y'all go over here, y'all go over here. Because truly, somebody lying about this shit, bro. Somebody got some lies and shit. My kid's not bad. Your kids, you don't know what the fuck your kids doing at school. Say you wasn't cussing at school right now. You wasn't cussing at school, Blue? Blue, your ass was cussing with the other kids at school. Everybody, boy, when you go outside with your friends, we different people. Badass kids. Everybody kids bad. My personal thoughts is that as us all poor people come together and realize it's not a race thing, it's a class thing. The big-hearted Irish race has been kept poor just like anyone else. Yeah, it's a fact, bro. It's definitely the poorest versus the rich, and that's a fact. Shout out to Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos just said they don't even need our tax money. Our tax money is 3%. It's 3% of what the fuck they take. I mean, of what they actually goes into the money. Poor people, that is. That the Lord wants you to give generously and do his judge. You feel me? Nigga, get the question paid around on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. Nigga, 1.8 billion. Nigga, that's crazy. Let me get back to this. I'm about to get up out of here.
Any physical altercation that happens. So how does that change? This weapon before the altercation.
This is the last little part
it seems to fit. I mean, he shot a guy, and if you shot a guy, do you ever shoot without any intention to kill? Probably not. So if it's attempted murder, it seems to fit. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's overcharged.
Okay. And then also, I'll show this to you in the audience. It's being reported that apparently, at least the arrest warrant is stating that according to the arrest warrant, Chud the Builder pulled his weapon before the altercation. The arrest warrant specifically states Eartherly, that's his last name, stood in a bladed stance and reached for his firearm. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued. So pretty much saying that it wasn't he pulled the gun out, or he pulled the gun out while he was getting beat up. He pulled the gun out before any physical altercation had happened. So how does that change the case?
That can be an act of provocation, okay? You can't start a fight and then claim self-defense. You cannot start a fight and claim self-defense. So if he's standing there and this guy's sort of looking at him, and maybe he's jawing at him a little bit, and Bob the Builder, pulls his fucking I know it's Chud the Builder, but
Bob the
we'll call him
Builder.
Bob the Builder. I fucking hate this guy so bad.
I fucking hate this guy.
This whole race thing, I didn't we fucking get rid of that when Obama, was president? Didn't we get rid of some of this fucking shit when what's his name said, can't we just get along, I mean, fucking hell. I'm so fucking sick of this. I've got a lot of black friends, black lawyers, and, when I hear that hard R coming from this motherfucker, pardon my French, it just makes my blood boil. And that's what he wants, right? That's what he wants. He wants that controversy. He wants to look outrageous, and so this black guy standing on the street sees him with his gun out. And what has he said before? Fucking eliminate all these people. Whatever he's used that.
Apparently, because in the string footage when he was being attended to by the paramedics, he states that it was like they were a far distance away, and Chud states that he's the one who walked up to him first and started the interaction.
Interaction is one thing. Starting a fight is another, and you can't. And just pulling and brandishing your firearm isn't an assault in and of itself, and that's probably where the prosecution is going to go with this, saying that he committed the assault initially by brandishing his firearm.
And I don't think a lot of people want to address that. You can't stand in a bladed stance because you think I'm going to punch you after you called me a word. Or let's remove this. Let's remove this. I don't know why we're removing it, but I'm going to remove it for the argument's sake, because some people are stating that Chud never used any racial slurs. Joshua, I'm seeing that go around online now too. Joshua told Chud he was going to kill him. The amount of propaganda we're seeing in all of this, I don't deal in propaganda. I deal in hardcore facts. We don't know hardcore facts. We just know there's 12 different angles, 12 different camera angles of this situation. If a white man was attacked by a black man in Tennessee and shot him justly, that nigga wouldn't be sitting in jail. That nigga would not be sitting in jail. I'm not saying there's social, systematic racism against blacks. I'm not saying that at all. All I am saying is that if a legal gun-toting Caucasian male shot a black man for attacking him unjustly, I'm 1,000% sure he'd be vindicated. I'm 1,000% sure he'd be exonerated. I'm 1,000% sure he'd be aided. Anything aided, as in aided and abetted. He'd be, you see, this nigga got out of all the lawyers this nigga could get, this nigga got the best lawyer in the state of Tennessee for free. Nigga volunteered. He said, I gotta take this. They like, cause we gotta get him out of there. And that says something in itself. The best lawyer in the state of Tennessee said, I'll take this. He wasn't volunteered for it. He didn't get what's that goddamn word? He didn't get assigned. That wasn't the word I was looking for. I was looking for a legal word I heard on Law and Order, but I couldn't get to it. I couldn't get to my bag. But he didn't get assigned to the case. The nigga volunteered to do it because he supports what Chud the Builder stands for. And that's hardcore, blatant fucking racism, and they want to bring that shit back. But I can promise you I promise you here, buddy. I promise you here, buddy. Keep that shit down south.
Wow. So, and there's been talks of the lawyer that's currently representing him wanting to just be done with this case.
That was the past lawyer. That's why he got a new one.
Hey, Omo, I mean, he'll take it for free, right?
Actually, Jay Oma is on your side with this. Jay Oma doesn't like him either.
Nobody likes this motherfucker.
I was surprised. Even Jay Oma, I was like, damn. Chud the Builder's worse than David.
He likes David. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. But, I just, the world needs more love, not more hate.
That's a fact.
And that's one of the things I try to preach on my channel is more love and and be there for your fellow man. Don't be, the Chud. I mean, Chud just almost sounds dirty. But don't be that Chud.
Don't be that Chud, man.
Man, I like it's crazy how this topic divided like the internet, and but it's
It
also
shouldn't.
it really shouldn't, in my opinion.
It fucking shouldn't at all. This is just hard. Is a clean slate. We know this. We know that. Bye. He's gonna go to prison for a little while.
How long do you think he's gonna get in prison?
Well, in Minnesota, if it's not attempted murder, it would be second-degree assault. It'd be around 36 months or so. I'll bet he gets somewhere between 3 and 4 years.
So, but it's being reported that like the maximum would be 56 years. So how could it go down to 3 or 4 years?
Nobody gets the maximum. I mean, does he have a prior criminal history?
Yes. Yes, he does, because he was actually out on bond when this altercation had happened. Not from the a harassment thing or something along those lines. So he was actually out on bond.
That raises another question. Was he a prohibited person in possession of a firearm?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he would be doing all this with him. I don't think his bond conditions probably had him not being able to have because I'm right now on probation and I can still have my firearm, you know? So
You're on probation?
I am.
For what, that contempt of court deal?
Yeah.
Man, they're chimping out online, man. I'm watching a whole bunch of chimping out, but I really wanted to read this article. We got more details. Not gonna lie to y'all. It's our 2-hour stream midday. We're gonna get another one tonight, 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m., excuse me. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, our late night show. You understand me? After dark show. Y'all come tune in with us. Turn your notification bell. If you are watching us on Twitter, I need y'all to get to YouTube. It's 1,500 of y'all on Twitter. Let me see how many motherfuckers it is on Twitter. You motherfuckers. I need this kind of crowd on this motherfucker. 18, let me see. What that say? And you can't get it. 1.8 thousand? Yeah, man, we need you. Hey, if you on Twitter, nigga, subscribe up to a nigga YouTube channel or whatever, you feel me? Player Circle Podcast. My bad. No, it's not Player Circle Podcast. It's actually Drip Damone Jr. I'm tripping. So, yeah, man, hit the link in my bio on Twitter. Just hit the link in my bio on Twitter and sub up to the channel. Man, that way y'all can be commenting. Y'all can give y'all thoughts on these situations because I can't read no comments on Twitter. I see it's 1,800 of y'all in here. Salute to all of y'all. Much love for kicking with us here in the Player Circle Podcast. We don't try to fit a square into a circle. This Chud the Builder situation is dividing America. It's dividing America. We got to a really good place. America. We can hang together. We could all go out and have fun. No problems. I'm from Oakland, California. It's white people everywhere. No problems, man. They're all in the West and the East. No problem. They're not walking around behaving like this fucking thug. We don't have to treat each other like this, y'all. Like, man, we all one. We all going through some shit. Everybody going through some shit, y'all. Just treat people kind in the world. When you go out, say hello to people. Hey, man, hey, how you doing? You see people, don't just walk past them. Hey, how you doing, man? Hope you have a good day. You never know what they may do for somebody. That person tank might have been on E. They might have been walking to... And just you being kind, you put a little gas in their tank and now they can get them moving. So be that way. You feel me? Say kind, nice thing to people. You see somebody got something going and you see their little business going up, share that shit. Be kind in the fucking world. Do unto others as you would like done to you. That's what I say, man. Be kind to one another. And if you ain't kind to people, be ready for whatever comes with that. It's just ask Alicia Bumgarner. Clarissa Shields just smacked the shit out of her because you want to talk crazy online and then see me in person and say you'll whoop my ass. Pow! Shit happens. Ask Chud the Builder. You want to call people the N-word for no reason at all and then get your ass socked and now you want to murder somebody? Now you're sitting in jail fighting for your freedom. When you could have just been constructive with your time. Chud, you used to be a little fat ass, Chud. Why you ain't telling other little chubby ass motherfuckers how to not be fat? Why you not losing your platform to do that? Why you ain't teaching a bunch of other chubby motherfuckers how to not be chubby motherfuckers no more? You could have used your freedom of speech to do that. You could have used your freedom of speech to learn how to tell people, hey, look, this is how I stopped selling drugs. I used to be a drug dealer. I sold drugs. I got caught for selling drugs. You can teach people how to not be a drug. You could have used your voice to do that. Instead, you use your voice to rally up a bunch of people who feel and think like you to believe that it's their God-given right to walk up to me and those that look like me and call me names simply because of the color of my skin. Not only do they get to walk up to me and yell obscenities, make monkey sounds, but they get to do it without threat of violence. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. The world we live in, I can't believe some of these posters and propaganda that we saw, we were able to see today. I seen a poster of a white man with an American flag standing in front of a group of apes, and he's calling and rallying for other racist whites to come and band together and be racist together as one racist conglomerate avengers of racism. This shit crazy. All because I have a little melanin. Goddamn. But y'all be at the tanning salon knowing shit. Then y'all go to the tanning salon because you want to look like me. I'm going to leave it at that. I ain't going to hold y'all up too much longer, man. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll be back with another one when we got another one. And I'm out.
Turn me up. West Coast talk. Drip them on. Party. Drip them on. Yeah, we set the tone from the streets to the mic. Yeah, we run the zone. Real talk, no cap. What you hear is facts. If it's trending, we on it, bring it straight like that. Drip them on. Yeah, we set the tone. Big vibes, big plays. Yeah, we in the zone. News, culture, gang, we don't ever miss. If it's real, we talking, yeah, it sound like this. Yeah. Breaking down the game while the world watch. From the block to the boardroom, we connect dots. Twan in the field, yeah, he locked in. Professor with the playbook, we gon' talk then. Heavy on the culture, never watered down. If it's heat in the streets, we report it now. The bass get loud, yeah, we bring pressure. Different point of views, but we move better. From Oakland to wherever they feel the way. Independent grind, yeah, we paved the way. Real ones tap in, fake get exposed. Drip them on podcast, yeah, you already know. Drip them on. Yeah, we set the tone from the streets to the mic. Yeah, we run the zone. Real talk, no cap. What you hear is facts. If it's trending, we on it, bring it straight like that.